Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions of the new GoPro Fusion 360. So the first thing I want to compare is the Fusion with the regular GoPro. As you can see, there is a size difference, and this is much bigger and much heavier. So this is my GoPro Hero 3 Plus that I've been using like all the time. You can be pretty rough with this thing once you have it in the case. I would say that you can't be as rough with the Fusion because of how heavy it is, and the lenses, you really need to protect the lens, and right now there's no cover or case that will protect the lenses. So the overall feel of the camera, it looks like it's very well built. It's a lot heavier, like I said, than a regular GoPro. There is no case for it, so you're pretty much out in the open with the lenses, so you can't be placing it down on the ground, otherwise you could really scratch your lenses. And it's got more of a rubbery feel to it on the outside. It's like a silicone type feel to it, and it gives it more grip for sure. But I will say that if you put it down and it's like dusty or something, this thing attracts dust really easily with the silicone. Another really cool thing that I like that comes with the Fusion is the tripod. Now this was specifically came out with the Fusion. You can buy it as a standalone, but it comes with the Fusion when you buy it, and it's really cool. It's not that tall, but it's very well built. It's got a nice feel to it, so you can stand it like this as like a mini tripod, or you can hold it like as a selfie stick. And it was really useful to have to come with the GoPro Fusion, when you're filming. If you don't have it, it's kind of awkward to hold, so it's really cool that they gave this along with the Fusion. Some other things that I recommend getting along with the Fusion are some other accessories. So this is the current charging cord that you have. It is kind of short, and currently you need to plug in your Fusion into the computer. They don't have a separate battery charger for it, so you do need to plug your Fusion into the computer. I got some accessories, so I got this extra long charging cord, so it doesn't need to be so close. Like if I'm out and about, I can actually have it longer, so that's going to be really useful for me. I also got a case for the Fusion because it doesn't come with one, and I got like a carrying pack for this to put like an extra battery or extra SD cards or an extra cord. And if you guys are interested in knowing what kinds of accessories I got, I'll put a link down to the description below. Another thing that you're going to need with this is 2 micro SD cards. So you need to have 2 in here at all times when you're filming, because you need one for the front lens and the back lens. So far I got 2, but when I get the hang of this, I'm actually going to buy another 2 so that I have 4 in total, just in case the first 2 are full, I can switch over to the other 2. So when you buy the Fusion, you need to get micro SD cards separately. So I will put the ones that I got in the link in the description below. It's on Amazon. They are a really good price. Don't buy them on the GoPro website because they're totally overpriced. Another thing that I want to mention is the battery. If you are going to buy a GoPro Fusion, and you're buying it on the GoPro site, which is where it's only being sold currently right now, buy an extra battery. So when I bought this, I didn't get an extra battery. You get 1 battery with it, but you need to get another one because the battery usage goes through pretty quickly when you're using it out and about, and you want to be able to switch to another fresh battery, if you want to continue filming. The downside is on the GoPro website, if you are from another country other than the US, we're here in Canada, they won't ship batteries by themselves, or when you try to purchase another product with it. So I'll give you an example. I was trying to purchase like 2 batteries and it wouldn't let me. I tried to purchase a battery with like another accessory for the Fusion. It wouldn't let me. It would only let you if you bought a Fusion and another battery to go along with the Fusion. So if you are outside of the US, I highly recommend getting another battery. So for now, I'm going to have to deal with this one battery and wait until it's being sold on Amazon or some other stores. Alright, so I filmed with this on New Year's Eve in Kelowna when we went snowmobiling and we went ice climbing. And I will say that it is a heavier piece, so you need to be aware, let's say, if you're putting this on your helmet, you're probably going to notice a weight difference. It's a lot heavier than a regular GoPro. And I had a chest mount, but I put my regular GoPro on it. I chose not to put this on the chest mount just because we were going snowmobiling and I didn't want the lenses to get all wrecked and potentially, you know, if I fell or something, I didn't want the camera to break. Another thing to be aware of is the GoPro Fusion. It's got these flaps, right? So there's this flap and then there's this flap, right? And that's for the battery and to charge it. You need to be careful because you can easily snap one of these off if you drop it. They can easily break off as you'll feel they're a little bit more fragile than a regular GoPro. Overall, filming was pretty much the same. You know, you've got the two buttons. There's no screen or anything, so you can't see the display, but you can see the display if you've got the app. You'll be able to see the 360. So filming was fine. Filming was fine with that tripod, walking around in the snow, had no problems with it. Other than, you know, I couldn't be as extreme with it with a regular GoPro. Like, for instance, last summer we went caving and there's no way that I would have put this on my chest mount because we were crawling in the rocks. The cover for the regular GoPro got destroyed, so there's no way that I would use it in that case. So filming was really cool because just knowing that you can just hold it up and it's literally filming 360 was really cool. Now, I'm used to always moving the camera around, and I found out later on that you don't need to be as crazy with it because it's filming everything and you can actually choose what you want to focus on. So it's going to take some getting used to not have to move the camera around so much, and to actually, you could just like leave it and do things around it and you'll be able to capture everything. So after filming literally the whole day on the mountain in Kelowna at Big White in the snow, we went back and I went to go check out the footage. The downside is the software is a little glitchy, and GoPro is kind of known for this. I've used their other editing software before, and sometimes it freezes and it just shuts down, and I had to connect it a couple of times in order to extract the footage from the camera onto the computer. So I'll be doing a more in-depth video on, you know, working with the footage on the computer. But basically, what I got from it is the files are really huge. So it's best to work with this with smaller clips, like 30 seconds or less, because when you try and render it, it takes a really, really long time. So if you're wanting to render a video that's a couple minutes long, it's going to take a long ass time. Now, the actual footage on the computer looked really cool. Like, to have that 360, to be able to move it around, to do little planets, to play around with it, it looks really cool. Like, it's like a camera. The technology that GoPro has created is amazing. I'm sure GoPro already knows that their software is buggy, and I'm sure that they're going to be working to fix it and to update it so that we can better use it with the Fusion. So my overall thoughts with this camera after using it for a couple of days is that it's different. It's a different type of GoPro. You can't expect to use this like your regular GoPro because it's bigger, it's heavier, it's more delicate. So I'm going to be using this in a different way. It's going to take some getting used to because, you know, the footage is very different. The filming style, I have to play around with it more. I'll be doing more tutorials on the Fusion, and, you know, the footage that I'm going to get, I'm going to share with you guys. So, you know, do I think that this camera is worth it? In my opinion, if you've got the money, if you've got the budget for it, I say yeah, it's totally worth it. It's a really cool camera. It's like nothing else right now, and you can capture, like, the possibilities with this are really endless, and it's going to take some getting used to work with this kind of footage. But I think, you know, moving forward with the technology of cameras, like, I think this is a great addition. So I would recommend this to people if they like the GoPro line of products. I do. I love GoPro. I use the GoPro Hero all the time. And definitely stay tuned, because I will be doing more videos on the Fusion the more we get to use it. So again, if you guys are interested in getting the Fusion, head down to the description below, as I will have the links for the Fusion, the SD cards, and the accessories that I used to get this exact one. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Back from the dead.